So I'm back in Oregon. Probably not going to be getting up to too much lately, but I decided to come down to the beach today just because it's really nice. It's also king tides again, so I'm a lot further out than I could normally go here. It's going to be dropping for another 2 hours, and I'm not going to head anywhere else aside from town, but I might head to the docks up in Winchester Bay, or some of the rocky areas they have on the breakwall, and just see if there's any tide pools around there, because those are like the only rocky areas that I know of, aside from out on the jetty here. Might check that out too. But I really want to see if there's any cool tide pooling stuff, because it's the best time to do it, especially when the low tide is in the negatives. And it will be today. I'll still have a little bit of sunlight, and then tomorrow it'll be about the same, so I might head up towards Florence and look around there. But it's really cool to be here. There's these tide pools in the sand here. This one's just kind of in a little bit of a ridge. Nothing really in it. I haven't seen anything alive yet, but it's cool to see these little areas. Usually the surf is just too rough. It's just always crashing on the flat shore up here. But yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. I did just realize that there are actually some shrimp in here. I saw a big one, or kind of big one, going through. He was very, very light colored, but there's all these little guys floating around. So these just might be little brine pools for them, probably mating areas. I'm not stepping in them. I definitely don't have the shoes for it. But yeah, I'll just noticed them. Might be able to find a couple other things around here. And another thing I noticed as I'm walking around here is that I have to be a little bit careful where I'm stepping, because this is basically quicksand, and it's not really that dangerous unless you're stupid around it. It's just sand that has like a lot of water underneath it. Okay, that's actually kind of fine there, but you see, once I move my foot, it gets a lot more liquidy. There's some areas around here where there's a lot more water, especially where it's fully saturated below the water line, where you step there and it feels firm, but once you kind of lift up your foot a little bit, it just kind of gives as the water pours in. So it is possible that you can get your foot stuck in it if you're not being smart about it, but I'm aware of it now. So yeah, you can kind of just work your way in there if you're not paying attention. But I'm being safe. Apparently inside the oyster triangle, there are some anemones. That one's all sucked up in there. There's a few more here. I don't know if they really have to worry about getting buried in the sand. I mean, they don't look too hot, but they, for the most part, still look alive. But it is pretty low tide right now, so they might usually be a lot better. Yeah, not seeing much in the triangle right now. It's just too sandy here. Need more pitted boulders and bedrock. There's a big ol' hermit crab right there, or some type of crab. Looks like a hermit crab. There's a couple other smaller ones. This one washed up, tumbling around, so I set him down here. But yeah, not a lot of critters. I mean, there's a bunch of different types of clam, and the oysters are out there, but I think there were some razor clams around here. Every once in a while I could see them poking up their little siphon. I wanted to get one, but I'm not gonna mess with them too much. It'd be really cool to go clamming out here, but I just don't know what to do, and I don't know, don't really feel like messing with it if I'm just gonna be bothering them and not getting them for food or anything. So maybe someday I will. Yeah, over at this section, Can't see much over here either. I can't get too far down because, one, wrong shoes. Two, it's just all of those rocks down there are covered in algae and kelp. So I'm not gonna take my chances too much. I can see a little bit. I can see where the kelp really starts to take off, but I'm not gonna mess around there too much because I don't want to hurt myself and get drenched. Oh, but there's some seals. There's a few I've seen out here. I thought there were two over there. That one might be one of them. I can hear them making their noises though. I'm down at Orc Rock County Park now. It's as close as I can get to the water. It's almost all the way down, and it's about a foot below the usual tide. But yeah, not much to see right now. I mean, there's a lot of mollusks and stuff, but nothing really moving around aside from the snails, and they're hardly moving. So I'm not going to be down here too long. I feel bad because I'm crunching up a few of the guys around here. There's just so much wet area and can't avoid all of them. But yeah, I figured it was worth a shot. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to head up around Florence and go and see some more populated tide pools.